Warning: this presentation of the EAS scenario will contain the, the destruction and bad words, swearing words that will contain very disturbing scene in this video of this EAS scenario or potential EAS mega scenario. And then the next scene will be much more impact of this. So if you want to say, warning, this following this material in this video with the EAS scenario are contain a massive loud scene, a lot of E-rape scenes, disturbing and violent scene, along with some massive destruction scenes in this EAS scenario video or potential mega scenario video. I recommend to you to turn down your volume while you're watching this video for your ear safety purpose. And I recommend that you need to recommend to skip any minutes in this video if you don't want to see the moment that you don't like. But if you don't want to watch this video that makes you uncomfortable, then don't watch it and click off this video and look away. And because it is more disturbing to see what happens in this scene, so viewer discretion is advised. So yeah, anyways, we welcome here to our 4th of July special. Happy birthday, United States of America. Since July 4, 1776, 249 years old here in the United States. It was declared back in 1776. And yeah, anyways, we welcome to our EAS mega scenario 4th of July Independence Day special. And we welcome to this scenario special here because of this holiday. It's already early here, and today the location is in Washington DC or District of Columbia, along with some other cities of Alexandria, Virginia, Arlington. Will be in Virginia and Maryland. So yeah, that is gonna expect here in this today's special scenario. So yeah. Anyways, because of that. So yeah. Anyways, we welcome to this presentation of the EAS scenario here in northeastern Virginia and southern Maryland. So this EAS special scenario for the 4th of July Independence Day special. It's called terrorism bombing attack of Washington DC District of Columbia 4th of July Metropolitan. So yeah, anyways, we welcome here. And so now let's begin. This is live here. This is in Washington DC. And I think we're gonna get the United States government on this alert if this is in a bombing attack, but not like this is a nuclear attack. So yeah, anyways, this is definitely bombing attack, Washington DC Metropolitan of 4th of July. So yeah, this is our long EAS scenario because this is a special one. So yeah, anyways, let's begin. So setting here at Washington DC, 10:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So in Washington DC, you gotta get ready for fireworks launch here in the DC metro area. It's 81 degrees with clear skies and sun, a beautiful sunny outside here in the city of Washington DC. Temperature expect high is 85 degrees and low of 67 degrees with 0% chance of precipitation. Humidity is 40%. So yeah, and what if the individual attack, a bombing attack of Washington D.C. metropolitan on 4th of July? We'll find out. So here we go. And also, this EAS scenario may contain varying sirens that will make more disturbing, that will make more EAS scenario more like sirens. So yeah, anyways, back to our video. That was one more report. So here we go. Let's get it started.
Well, this is not going to be fun at all to participate 4th of stupid freaking crap July. We supposed just watch that lame event on TV, instead of just go to the park to participate that stupid event. But I must get going or else I will get punishment day if I don't hurry. Then I guess I'll do it now.
Here we go.
Right, everyone, we are now getting ready for 4th of July. So are you all ready for that event to get going to the park to participate that event?
Of course we will, Dad. It will be more fun to participate 4th of July in the park.
Well, whatever you says, I don't even like of that lame stupid event anyway.
Stephanie.
Wait, I mean, yes, it will be fun to participate 4th of July in the park. I swear that it would be more fun if we do that in the park.
Well, we surely know that you won't cause us a trouble in the park during 4th of July, right?
Of course not, Mom. I'm not going to cause us a trouble in there. Trust me, Mom. I won't do an insane, horrible things to ruin 4th of July.
Well, that will be your promises. But, if you blew the chance, you will get punishment day with insane brutal punishment. Got it?
Yes, Mom. I promise I won't blow the chance that I said just now. Trust me.
Alright then, if you say so.
Anyway, we should get in the car to go ahead to the park before we miss the 4th of July special. Come on, everyone, let's get in the car.
So now,
So what's the fun stuffs during 4th of July in the park, Mom and Dad?
right here in Washington
Well, we
D.C.,
haven't found out of the fun
in
stuff in
Alexandria
the
and
park,
Arlington, Virginia.
Okay, I will find out what's the fun stuff in the park during 4th of July.
I hope there's fun stuff that I like in there, like destroy some objects. I think it will be more fun to destroy some
And the
objects
car
than
is
just
unknown.
doing some stupid good things.
Look, everyone, we finally made it to the park. Now get ready all the fun stuff during 4th of July in there, and even see fireworks as well.
Yay! I can't
Here we
wait
go.
to see fireworks of 4th of July.
The park is here.
Wow, honey. There's a lot of special stuff in the park during 4th of July. It is so beautiful to see related July 4th
And we're
stuff.
currently inside the President's Park, located here in the Washington D.C. Metro.
Fun to see those stuffs in here.
Yeah, and even there's more decoration of related to July 4th than a year ago. And there's more story here. And there's even
Yes. So meanwhile, we'll see the news here on the Washington D.C. Metro.
I learned a lot of stuff that is related to 4th of July in here.
Huh? Oh, yes. It's so cool to see 4th of July related in here. So yeah.
Are you sure you think it is cool to see these stuff and you pretend to think those things are cool?
I swear I did not pretend to think those things are just cool. I didn't lie about it. I just don't take this too seriously, Natalie.
Alright then, if you say that, then I guess I have to go see something in here. Hey Mom and Dad, can I see the rock band concert in there?
Sure thing, Natalie. You can see them playing rock bands, but if you already fun enough to see that, come to us so we can see fireworks of 4th of July. You can now see there.
Yay! Thank you so much for letting me see the rock band concert. I can't wait to hear these singing the rock songs.
Well, this event is literally fun enough for me during 4th of July. Well, I guess I can do as Natalie did just now, perhaps?
So let's see what's on the news today here in Washington D.C. Metroplex. 1 minute later here on this news. This is NBC 4, Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, serving the greater Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Right now, you can see the 4th of July, all the people preparing to watch fireworks here in the Metroplex, and some of them does do on the house right here. It is likely to happen like around 1 p.m. or like later this evening, around 7 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, 7 p.m. and more fireworks will occur like 8 and 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That should run until midnight of July 5 Eastern Time. So yeah, it is currently why it is so special. It's celebrating the 249 years of it's 249 years old of Washington, of United States of America, and our nation. And next year, we're going to expect our 250th birthday of USA, celebrating 4th of July here in this DC area. So this is so special that we're going to see a lot of fireworks here later tonight. So yeah, live from Washington DC is my correspondent. Are you there? I'm currently live on District of Columbia Metro. It's currently very beautiful sunny skies outside here right now. People are currently preparing to watch fireworks here because here at the Washington Monument is currently lighting up the sky at night here soon after sunset. And because of that, around sunset, Washington Monument along with some other historic landmarks in DC will light up at night for the fireworks here, red, white, and blue color here in this DC area. And because of that, it is currently interesting. Right there. It has also occur because this is so special. I like that we're gonna see here very soon. So yeah, back over to you. Alright, thank you so much. In other news, along with the president. So president will be declaring a 4th of July here as well because it's still, in addition to this location here, we are still preparing here for the 4th of July later tonight. All people here already preparing for is here. This is so early. As of right now, it's 10:27 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So yeah, anyways. So this is NBC for Washington D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. We will now switch back to your regular programming.
Is literary fun enough for me during 4th of July? Well, I guess I can do as Natalie did just now, perhaps? Hey mom and dad, can I see some stuff in here? There's something interesting that consider myself to do.
Alright then. We guess you can see some interesting stuff in here.
But as long as you never cause us a trouble in here to ruin 4th of July, or else you know, brutal punishment day. Cut it.
I won't cause us a trouble to ruin 4th of July. And thank you for letting me do something cool in here, mom and dad.
You know, I may doubt that Stephanie
And yes, that's their parents
because she
of
always
Steph.
liked about pretend to be honest and kind like disgusting lady sheets.
Well, I may doubt that too. But let's hope that Stephanie don't ruin 4th of July so insanely, or she will get, you know, brutal punishment day.
I think I should try, like arcade game for example, because I know those arcades was actually here. I think.
Alright kid, pick one of these
Huh?
gifts. It will be special if you pick the correct gift. Now pick it.
Well, I will pick this one. This one.
Meanwhile, live in DC.
Ha 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 ha. You picked the wrong gift. The real gift is the blue gift, dumbest.
Hold on, I think I have an idea after I see that boy pick a bomb gift. I will make a bombing the 4th of stupid freaking July, so people who participate this stupid event will get killed. And some cases, that's what they get for hate me for dumbest reason ever. I'm such a genius girl to come up with a better idea to do this.
Whoa.
Alright, so first things first, I need to go to the Weapons for Cheap store to causes a bombing and ruin the 4th of July in here. Let's get these things starts.
Whoa. So now what happened here? We'll be issuing a situation here soon. 1 minute later. The following message is transmitted at request of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. At about 10:33 a.m., about 10:34 a.m., at about 10:32 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the individual is currently threatening to bombing attack using a helicopter in the Washington D.C. metropolitan area, including Alexandria and Arlington, Virginia, and Landover, Maryland. And if it does, then it could see far as Baltimore, Maryland, on the northwest. And because of that, it's hazy outside here because there is something sunny skies that will be very hazy here in this DC area. And then the unknown individual will steal a helicopter around the Washington D.C. South Capitol Street Heliport LLC, located at 1724 South Capitol Street, Southeast Washington D.C. 20003. Due to the situation with the bombing attack threatening soon, all residents in the city of Washington, D.C., along with some parts of Virginia and Maryland, are advised to remain vigilant at this time. If you see the individual, due to this situation, all residents in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area are advised to remain vigilant at this time. If you see this individual, call 911 immediately, or the Washington District of Columbia Police Department phone number. The metropolitan phone number is 202-698-0555. Stay tuned to your local radio, television outlet, or media, or for information about this situation. So we have a new individual coming here planning to direct a bomb attack here in the Washington D.C. metro area. Well, let's see what's gonna happen after a few minutes later. Alright. A few minutes later, back to the scene. To the video.
Alright, so first things first, I need to go to the Weapons for Cheap store to causes a bombing and ruin the 4th of July in here. Let's get these things starts. But I must better get out of here quick before my parents realizing I was having evil plan of this, and then ground me for that. Or even worse, I will get brutal punishment day. I can't wait to bombing the 4th of July in here. It will be more fun so insanely for bombing the 4th of July. Ha 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 ha.
And it's one around the Washington D.C. area.
Oh god, I'm so tired to reach to the Weapons for Cheap store, and I guess I will be but wait a second, did I already arrived at the Weapons for Cheap store?
And whoa.
Great. I
And
finally
then this is
arrived at the Weapons for Cheap store.
this is weapons for cheap
Now
store,
this
but
means
now
I
this
will
is at
steal a bomb in this store. I
GNDFFL.
can't wait to bombing the fort. Hold on a second. I don't think I will go there instantly. I am aware that there's most people in there. If I steal bomb while most people are in there, they will immediately calls the police to arrest me and my parents will ground me for that. Or even worse, brutal punishment day after I got out from the jail. I must think how to get inside of that store without get caught.
Now what next?
Aha, I know exactly how to get there without get caught.
And what is this? In the window?
Thank goodness.
This is late.
I didn't got
This is
caught
like
by
late
anyone
here
from here to
tonight.
attempt take
But
bomb
now
from
this is at
store.
10:52
I will be
a.m. Eastern Daylight
extremely
Time.
in big trouble if they caught me, but there's no time to talk. It's time to take a bomb to make a bombing of 4th of
Is it a
July
bomb?
and destroy it so insanely. Ha 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 ha.
And this one buy one for about $70. This is a
Alright, I
GNDFFL.
found the bomb rocket to bombing the 4th of July
That's
in
a
the
bomb
park.
rocket?
Time to take
Not like
first
this is a
bomb
nuclear
rocket to
attack.
bombing the 4th in the park so insanely. Ha 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 ha. Yes, I didn't got caught for steal bomb rocket
Oh, I
from the
forgot.
weapons
Sorry about
for
that.
cheap store.
I forgot about that. Sorry about that.
Yes, I didn't got caught for steal bomb rocket from the weapons for cheap store. I can't wait to bombing the 4th of July in the park. It will be more fun so insanely to destroy the 4th of July. Ha 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 ha.
Well, here we go with the gun shop. Who was the individual stolen the bomb rockets, attempting to threaten the bomb attack in the city of Washington D.C. metro? The following message is transmitted at request of the Washington D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. At 10:52 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the unknown individual who is threaten the using a bombing attack on bombing attack on Washington D.C. metro has been true. In addition, in the unusual situations currently taking place at the weapons store. Again, all right, here we go. The following message is transmitted at request of the Washington D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. And unusual situations currently taking place at G&D FFL Gun Shop located 1317 F Street Northwest, Suite 700. At about 10:52 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, an unknown individual running into the G&D FFL store because there's no one in there, and then stolen the bomb rockets to plan to do a threatening a bomb attack on Washington D.C. Metropolitan. And because of that, the Washington D.C. Metropolitan is currently dealing with this situation that as they arrive at the scene. In addition with this, the bomb attack is not like this is not a nuclear attack, but this is a different event. Like not like nuclear attack is much worse than the bombing attack for the United States threat, but not for the ones that is not real here. This is fictional. Due to this situation, it is also stated that the location of the GNDFFL is a gun store right there. Due to this, the DC Metropolitan Police has arrived at the scene and currently dealing with the situation. Due to this, in addition to that, the description of the police of the individual has been given to the police and media. This is a female. She is a female with a white female with dark with an alternate brown double ponytail on the side and black eyes. She was last seen wearing a short blue shirt with white star, red shorts, long white socks, white shoes, and a lip, along with her lips inside. And also, she also has an earring to it. Because of that, it is unknown who this individual is. Due to this, all residents in the Washington D.C. metropolitan area are advised still remains vigilant. Due to this situation, Washington, if you see the individual, call 202-698-0555 by the Washington D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, or call 911 for any emergencies. Please stay tuned on the media, radio, or television, or for information about this situation. So the unknown individual is now preparing to do a destruction here in the DC area. Alright, let's see what is going on. Alright, let's see what's on the news. Good morning here from the Washington DC metropolitan area. This is WJLA TV, ABC 7, serving the greater Washington DC metropolitan area. Right now, we have some breaking news coming out of Washington DC area. The unknown individual is currently threatening to attack the city of Washington DC metro, including parts of Maryland and Virginia. Because of that, it is unknown if it's confirmed at this time. So, what is going to happen here after any residents in the Washington D.C. issued the emergency alert system on their cell phones and television, they still remain vigilant at this time in case of the impact occurs. Due to this, residents will still also remain vigilant at this time. The Washington D.C. Metropolitan Police are still investigating the situation further, and they'll find the individual soon. Due to this, it's also strongly recommend, if you want to evacuate, do so now, if possible. With this bombing attack, to get adequate supplies for you, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, a fully charged cell phone chargers, toiletries, important documents, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio with extra batteries. This could last you and your family for the duration of this emergency. Live from Washington, D.C., in the President Park is my correspondent. Are you still there? Are you how are things are going? I'm currently on Washington, D.C. area. This is still quiet here. All the people right here in the D.C. area still remains threat here. Still very worried about the threat here in the D.C. Metroplex. They still have time here before watching the fireworks later night. This is still here in the late morning. Good morning here from Washington, D.C. Such as here in the late morning. Right now it's already 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So yeah, it is actually also reports that we can see all people here still having fun stuff here in the DC area, as any other restaurants, stores, malls, places, office, banks, and works being closed for now because of the holiday special to honor the 249th birthday of the United States of America. So yeah, we'll see. We'll update you with more information when it becomes available. back over to you. Thank you. So, we'll see what's gonna happen here. If you see an individual, call 911 immediately, or the DC Police Department Metroplex of 202-698-0555. So yeah. Anyways, you can if you so please stay tuned to more information about this situation whenever it becomes available. This is ABC 7 News, WJLA TV, Washington D.C. area. We will now back to your regular programming. So yeah. Alright, here we go. A few minutes later. And I forgot the description. She also has a white long gloves right there as well. I forgot about that. I forgot to use this one. And we'll use the next one here, this scenario. Alright, here we go.
Hey, what's this?
Up there? That's the helicopter.
Wow, that gave me an excellent genius.
This one is at the
idea.
Washington
Instead of using the bomb only to bombing
DC
the 4th of
Police
July,
Department.
I think using the helicopter will be useful.
I think this
too.
is a heliport.
It would be so funny as heck to use the helicopter with the bomb to bombing the 4th of July in the park so insanely.
This one is from the Washington D.C. South Capitol Street Heliport LLC.
Okay, I think I'm getting ready to use the helicopter to bombing the 4th of July. Now let's get these things started. Ha 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 ha.
Whoa, what is happening here? I think this is, and after that, the police with the Washington D.C. Metropolitan has identified the person. A few minutes later. The following message is transmitted at request of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. And a dangerous situation is currently taking place. A dangerous situation is currently taking place at Washington, D.C. South Capitol Street Heliport LLC at 1724 South Capitol Street Southeast. At approximately 11:05 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the individual who previously threatening the bombing attack in the Washington D.C. has been confirmed, and then also after the individual stolen the bombing rockets from the G&D FFL gun shop, the weapons store. In addition, the police, along with the Washington D.C. Metropolitan Police Department of the individual description, have now identified as Stephanie Gavin. She is a white female with a brown ponytail, like a near blonde, a dark blonde ponytail, a double ponytail with black eyes. She was last seen wearing a blue shorts shirts with a white star on the middle, red shorts, long white socks, white shoes, with the white gloves in her hand and arms, and she also has a earring around the ear. She is also carrying a bag and is carrying some bombing attack. And because of that, due to this situation, the bombing attack around the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area may happen in the next an hour or two. Due to this, all residents in the city of Washington, D.C. are strongly advised to stay in, remain in, in individual immediately. If possible, you this is a, and in addition, a volunteer evacuation just as issued for the city of Washington, D.C. because of the threatening of bombing attack in the D.C. area. If you want to evacuate, do so now. If you want to evacuate, if you do evacuate, take in adequate supplies for use, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, a fully charged cell phone chargers, toiletries, important documents, a battery-powered or hand crank radio with extra batteries. This could last you and your family for the duration of this emergency. This will, and if you for to evacuate, tie a white cloth to your closet, and then close and lock all windows and doors. Turn off all heating and air conditioning systems. Turn off fireplace dampers and seal all cracks on doors and windows and tape and damp towels before you leave your house. If you see Stephanie Gavin or the bombing rocket that's threatened to attack the city of Washington, D.C., call 202-698-0555 by the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, or call 911. Stay tuned here to the radio, television, or media for your information about this dangerous situation. So now, we have Stephanie Gavin. She is at the Washington, D.C. South Capitol Street Heliport LLC. Now what's gonna happen next? Alright, here we go. A few minutes later.
Now let's get these things
But something's gonna get more disturbing here. So inside, this is an elevator, but we won't use an elevator. This is just there is no elevator in the South Capitol. This is an helicopter N407MG, but this is not. This is from Go Animate. Sorry about that. Will be that helicopter up there.
Alright, I already at the rooftop. Now it's time for me to ride that helicopter to bombing the 4th of July in the park. Ha 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 ha.
Now, are you serious? We will potential issue an immediate evacuation if they started a attack. One minute later. The following message is transmitted at request of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. Civil danger warning for the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. The following message is transmitted at request of the Civil danger warning for the D.C. metropolitan area. The following message is transmitted at request of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. This is an update that Stephanie Gavin threatening to detonate and bombing attack in the DC area about a few minutes ago. It is still currently taking place here at the Washington, DC South Capitol Street LLC, the heliport, here in the DC metropolitan area. Still, the location is currently taking place here at the Washington, D.C. South Capitol Street Heliport LLC. Instead of using elevator that she uses heading up towards the building of the helicopter, she run into the Washington, D.C. South Capitol Street Heliport LLC, and it's currently threatening to take a helicopter, stolen the helicopter, and because of that, the helicopter is also carrying a bomb, a rocket bomb attack, and it could bomb attack the city of Washington, D.C. within the next 40 to 50 minutes. Due to this situation, this is another volunteer evacuation just been issued for the following areas: Alexandria, Arlington, Virginia, and parts of Southern Maryland. In Silver Spring, College Park, Hyattsville, New Carrollton, Auction Hills, Temple Hills, District Heights, and more in Landover. All residents in the city of Washington, D.C. Metro are advised to remain indoors at this time if possible. Taking adequate supplies for your evacuation if possible, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a fully charged cell phone chargers, toiletries, a first aid kit, important documents, and a battery-powered or hand crank radio with extra batteries to last you and your family for the duration of this emergency. If you want to evacuate, do so now. Tie a white cloth to your closet, seal, close and lock all windows and doors, turn off all heating and air conditioning systems, close fireplace dampers, and seal all cracks on doors and windows and tape and damp towels before you leave your house. Evacuation routes has been set up with the following areas: highways of Interstate 395, 695, 295, U.S. Route 1, Virginia 110, Virginia 244, Maryland Highway 201, Maryland 500, 501, 650, 410, U.S. Route 29 in D.C., U.S. Route 1 in D.C., and U.S. Route 50 in D.C., Maryland 355, 614, 190, and 396. Due to this isn't just a mandatory a volunteer evacuation, maybe potential a mandatory evacuation for the entire DC metropolitan area if it's escalated worse. Please stay tuned to the television, radio, and media for your information about this dangerous situation. Not good. But now, about a few minutes, like 1 minute later, something unexpected terribly happened here. Let's see what's in the next scene.
Wow, I'm so comfortable when I'm inside in the helicopter.
Inside this helicopter,
there's a trap opening to drop something as well, which provided me with a good time to put the bomb rocket to this thing so it can dropping the bomb and bombing the 4th of July in the park so insanely. Now it's time to put the bombs in here so it can bombing the 4th of July in park. Ha 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 ha. Now that should do it. Now the next step is, I will drive the helicopter to the park so it can bombing in there. It would be more fun to bombing the 4th of July in the park. Okay, now let's start the helicopter.
And now terribly happened here in the DC metropolitan area.
I can't wait to bombing the
It is expected to intend the it's gonna attend the mall here in the DC metropolitan. If it does, 3 minutes later, if it's gonna happen if possible. And because of that, if she does, then we're gonna issue an immediate evacuation for the DC area, but not for not for Virginia or Maryland.
watch a rock band concert?
Oh, it was so enjoyable to hear they singing about 4th of July. I was very huge fan of rock music, and I'm so lucky to hear them singing rock music at 4th of July. Wasn't that amazing to hear that?
Well, that's good to hear, Natalie. We also want to see that concert too, if like you did just now.
But have any of you seen Stephanie? She hasn't returned like 45 minutes. I may have suspicious that Stephanie hasn't returned in here for a long time.
No, I haven't seen her either. I also may have suspicious what was Stephanie taking so long to see some steps in here. I wonder where she could be.
Me either. Or perhaps Stephanie was taking a toilet, so that's why she hasn't returned in here. Probably because she take long to take a break. I don't know.
Really? Well, let's hope that Stephanie will come here after she takes so long to take a break at the toilet, I guess.
And the helicopter
Now
in the
this is the
DC
moment
area,
that I'm very excited.
inside the park.
It's time
In,
to drop the bomb to bombing attack the 4th of July in here and destroy it so insanely. Ha 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 ha. The bomb will drop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
bomb incoming attack. Bombing attack.
Wait, did you hear that? It's bombing attacking in here.
Bombing?
Oh my god. The bombing attacking is under attack. We need to get the heck out of here before we get killed in bombing attack.
Oh my goodness. I nearly got killed by that bomb, but now you finally picked me up. Thank you so much for saving me, Dad. You saved my life.
No problem, Natalie. But we better get in the car quick before the bomb catches us.
I nearly got killed at the bomb attack. But I surprised that I got saved by my dad. Dad, thank you again for saving me from the bombing attack. I will get killed if you didn't save me.
No problem again, Natalie.
Honey, did you forgot something?
What?
Have you already bring Stephanie in here so she cannot get attacked by the bombing attack?
Stephanie. Shoot, I hope Stephanie was already in here before we get in the car quickly.
And oh my god, that is now confirmed with this attack. Immediate evacuation. Evacuate the Washington, D.C. area. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. This is an extreme, dangerous, and life-threatening situation and should be taken seriously. The following message is transmitted at request of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the United States government, and the United States government. An immediate evacuation has been issued for areas in the Washington D.C. within a 5-mile radius of D.C. area. At approximately 11:21 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Stephanie Gavin, who was threatening to bombing attack in Washington D.C. has now bombed the D.C. area in the park, along with the other resident in the Washington D.C. metropolitan area. Due to this situation, the evacuation order has also issued for parts of Arlington and Alexandria in Virginia, along with parts of Maryland in the surrounding areas. And in addition, Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport will also be closed due to the attack by a helicopter in the Washington D.C. metropolitan area. Due to this situation, an immediate evacuation has been issued for the Washington D.C. area in Virginia and parts of Virginia and Maryland. All residents within a 6-mile radius of Washington D.C. or a 5-mile radius of D.C. area are strongly advised to evacuate the city immediately. The president has, along with the other vice president, has evacuated the area immediately that is currently safe from the bomb. In addition, the other cities has been attacked by in other areas around Washington D.C. has been attacked by the bombs are Southeast Washington, Northeast Washington, Deanwood, Columbia Heights, Brookland, Fort Taunton, Adams, Morgan, Downtown Washington D.C., Norma, Capitol Hill, Southwest Washington, Woodley Park, and Bloomingdale, and Woodridge. Because of that, we are strongly advised to evacuate Washington D.C. metropolitan area away from the bombing attack in the D.C. metro area. Due to this situation, taking adequate supplies for evacuation, such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, a fully charged cell phone chargers, toiletries, important documents, and the battery-powered or hand-crank radio with extra batteries to last you and your family for the duration of this emergency. Evacuate in a calm manner. The following states has been set up. The states has set up the shelters in the following states: Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, North Carolina, West Virginia, Ohio, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and South Carolina. These shelters may be found at FEMA.gov. Evacuate the area immediately in a car. If you do not evacuate, you're putting yourself in extreme danger. It is also confirmed that the attack will get more worse if it possibly can. Evacuate now. I repeat, evacuate now. Repeat, an immediate evacuation order has been issued for the DC area within 5-mile radius due to the bombing attack by Stephanie Gavin on the helicopter that dropped the bomb to attack the park in the Washington DC area. Please stay tuned to your television, radio, and media for your information about this dangerous and life-threatening situation. Alright, let's looking on here on the Fox 5 DC area. This is WTTG Fox 5 Washington DC, serving the greater Washington DC metropolitan area. Right now, we have some breaking news coming out of the Washington DC area. The individual now confirms Stephanie Gavin from Go Animate that threatening to bomb the attack of 4th of July here because of this special here. Because of that, the dreading for the fireworks here because I forgot. I made the evacuation because of the 4th of July special. Because of that, in addition to this, the 4th of July is still threatening is currently attempting for the firework later tonight has been cancelled because of the bombing attack using bomb rockets by Stephanie here from a helicopter in the Washington D.C. metropolitan area. Partial evacuation has been issued for for McLean, Donlong, Springfield, West Springfield, Fairfax, George Mason, Dulles International Airport, Woodbridge, Lorton, Fort Belvedere, and others in Virginia, along with District Heights, in Maryland, North Bethesda, Beltsville, Greenbelt, College Park, New Carrollton, Silver Spring, Tacoma Park, Hyattsville, Crofton, Largo, and Landover. Due to this situation, it's strongly recommended to evacuate the area immediately. Six Flags America is currently under partial close because of Six Flags America may be closed because of the 4th of July special. And this is why, and we're sorry about this, especially our United States government and the Federal Emergency Management Agencies currently under our Washington D.C. nation is currently under attack by the helicopter bombing attack by Stephanie. We are sorry that is currently here in this metropolitan of DC. Live here in the city in Arlington, Virginia is my correspondent. Are you there? I live here in Arlington, Virginia, which is very chaos here in the DC area. Stephanie Gavin threatening more bomb attacks using bomb rockets launcher here in the DC area that will occur more here in this metroplex. It is unknown why. How did she manage to stolen the helicopter from the Washington D.C. South Capitol Street LLC Heliport LLC after he stole a bomb rocket from the gun shop GNDFFL gun shop at the weapons store. And because of that, the Washington D.C. Police Department, along with the other police department of Alexandria and Arlington and other police department, are currently arriving at the scene and currently investigating the damage here and currently dealing with this situation. Due to this situation, you are urged to evacuate the DC area city immediately. If you don't, you will put your extreme life in extreme danger. This is correspondent signing out here. All right, thank you. That is more. Why did that individual Stephanie attack our Washington D.C. our city nations of Washington D.C. metropolitan area? That is currently worst attack here in this United States history than the Potomac River air collision back in January 2025 when a Black Hawk helicopter and American Eagle collide into the Potomac River. That is one that is very different events right here that is going on here in the District of Columbia. This is Fox 5, Washington D.C., WTTG News. With breaking news. We will now switch back to your regular programming. A few minutes later.
Acting.
What?
Have you already bring Stephanie in here so she cannot get attacked by the bombing attack?
Stephanie. Shoot, I hope Stephanie was already in here before we get in the car quickly.
Actually, Stephanie isn't here after we get in the car, Dad.
You got to be kidding me. She could be killed if we didn't bring her in here immediately.
Back in the DC. Here comes the Washington D.C. Metroplex.
It has a lot of destruction in the park, and even there's a
Yeah.
lot of fire
This is
everywhere.
Washington
And
D.C.
even there's a lot
Metropolitan
of
Police
corpses in
Department.
here as well. And I don't know what causes all of this in here.
Hello, to any of you who's still alive in here, please come here and tell us what has happened in here. Once again, to anyone who's still alive in here, please come here and...
Hey, I think there's someone who's still alive in here. Wait, please, help me. I'm got a lot of injured of this.
Calm down, sir. And can you tell me what's going on in here and why there's a lot of destruction in here?
Yes, I'm the one who's still alive in here. So there was bombing attacking in here on the 4th of July, meaning this technically was World War III. But it turns out that I saw a helicopter who started bombing attack in here and made a lot of destruction and kill almost all people in here.
Wait, you mean the helicopter is from... Oh, I think someone stole a helicopter from the helicopter building and then used it to bomb attack in here. Guys, I think we should get to the helicopter building because the man says that the helicopter was actually got stolen by someone to bomb attack in here. Now we better get going quick before it's something even worse. And by the way, sir, we will call the ambulances to take you to the hospital as soon as possible. Now stay here and don't go anywhere.
So there's someone who uses the helicopter to bomb attack in here. I cannot believe it.
After the attack, civil danger warning for Washington, D.C. and its surrounding areas. The following message is transmitted at request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the United States government, and the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. The attack of Stephanie Stephanie, who struck the Washington, D.C. area on the park, including the other resident that damaged the park here, destruct the park, and then partial damage at the building, and then by the helicopter, and then the police department with the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan has arriving at the scene and currently investigating the damage and currently finding Stephanie to stop her for getting more worse. Due to the situation, the attack where Stephanie attacked Washington, D.C. using a bomb rockets is now over. The helicopter sustained no damage and has arrived back at the Washington, D.C. State Washington, D.C. South Capitol Street Heliport LLC. Helicopter has finally landed safely at back to their heliport. But however, Stephanie will get punished and grounded by their parents, or even killed by something else like sending to hell after get punished. Due to this, the situation with the Washington, D.C. the attack is over. But however, remains on the damage on the park is currently investigated. The Washington, and there's currently fires because of the attack that causes more fires here in the DC area in the park. The Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Fire Department has arrived at the scene and currently extinguish the fire. Due to the situation with the attack is over in the DC area, that is way worse than the World War III, like it begins here in the DC area, but it's not yet been confirmed in real life. All residents in DC are advised to remain vigilant at this time, even though several people have returned their homes after once the attack is over. If you choose to evacuate, do so now with food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, a fully charged phone chargers, toiletries, important documents, and the battery-powered or hand-cranked radio with extra batteries. If possible, with the adequate supplies to take you. Please stay tuned for information about this dangerous situation on the television, media, and radio for more information about this life-threatening situation. Alright, back here at the heliport, a few minutes later, the police has finally caught up with the girl.
Helicopter to bomb attack in here. I cannot believe it.
Man, that was the most best moment ever that I ever did in my life. I wish I can do this again when the 4th of July starts again next year.
And here comes the DC Police Department, the Washington DC
Two
Metropolitan.
police cars in here. I realize they know I bomb attack of the 4th of July in the park. I'm so screwed right now.
Freeze. Now you must answer this question. Be the one who steal the helicopter.
So Stephanie bombing the attack of 4th of July at Washington
You better
DC.
answer this question with the truth, or else we're forced to shoot you. Now answer with the truth. Now.
Okay. I will explain with the truth. And yes, I was the one who steal the helicopter to bombing the 4th of July in the park. I did this because I wanted to have more fun to destroy 4th of July instead of see that stupid event. Please, I'm so sorry for bombing
Incoming
the 4th of
loud
July in
volume.
the park.
Okay, thank you for giving us
Nope.
an explanation why you bombing the 4th of July. And this means you're now under arrest for bombing the 4th of July.
And you will have a court on today. Now let's get inside.
And where is the jail cell here in the DC area?
Help, I'm so freaking busted right now once my parents found out about this.
Man, I can't believe
Back in their home,
is ruined due to bomb attacking and also
the news.
got killed.
I know, honey. I really regret to ground her for fun until we regret doing this to her after she dies.
I really miss her so much after she dies. I also regret to cause bad stuff to Stephanie that she did it for fun.
Yeah, but it's possible that she might still survived at that bomb attacking. Now let's watch GNN News to see the condition of 4th of July in the park. They already report the serious tragedy.
So it appears the culprit of the bombing of the 4th of July in the park has been arrested by the police. The girl
Honey and
named
Natalie,
Stephanie
did you see it?
would make a massive
Stephanie-
And then the
tragedy.
parents have now identified their Stephanie parents. This one is Natalie, this one is
I thought
Allison,
Stephanie bombed
and this
her,
one is
but she's
Diesel.
still alive, and then
Some
got
of them
arrested.
would still
So I
survive
hope she
of
is
that
not the one
serious
who bombed the
tragedy.
4th of July
Most
in the park.
people that they have their
She is
family
extremely
or their
dead meat
friends
right
are
now,
dead
and she is the
will
one
make
who
them
causes
cry
that
and
massive
sad to
disaster
see
in the
their
park.
loved ones died due to bombing attacking of
4
4th
minutes
of
later.
July. She did this because she wants to have fun to destroy
And they
4th
arrested
of
here.
July according to the police's words, meaning that she wants to be a
Incoming
terrorist
E-rape.
herself. And because
Oh, goodness gracious. I feel dumb as to believe the stupid rumor that Stephanie made by thinking she was killed due to bombing attacking at 4th of July. Oh, she is going to be in big extremely dead meat right now when we found her in the court for her crimes.
Exactly, honey. We must go to the court to pick our psychopath Stephanie.
And
the
now they
murderer,
arrest.
guilty for bombing
He's arrested at the
and destroying
Alexandria
4th of July
Detention
in the
Center
park
in the city
so
of
insane.
Alexandria.
Now let's get in the car, everyone.
And Stephanie has been arrested. And this at the court.
We're back in GNN breaking news, and this is an update of the subject called Bombing Attack of 4th of July in the Park. So the bomber named Stephanie Gavin got arrested by
And this
police
one
for
will-
bombing attack 4th of July in the park an hour ago, and she is in the court to charge for her serious crime. A lot of people were decided to charge her as a guilty or innocent. Now let's go inside of the courthouse.
And this is at the DC area.
Of the bomber charge in the inside the courthouse.
This is located at the Superior Court of the District.
Stephanie's court.
Thanks for the breaking news recorder phone. Let us start this event. So let's get started this serious tragedy. Okay, today's court subject is Stephanie bombing the 4th of July in the park. And a lot of people says that Stephanie uses the helicopter to bomb the 4th of July in there. People who had their loved one or family member in there has now died or went missing, and the park is already destroyed total as well. Now let's the Vice of the President of Court Hall talk about your unacceptable crimes.
Stephanie,
This is at
this
Supreme
type of
Court of
action
the United
is very
States.
technically as World War III for bombing attack G of 4th of July in the park. You should realize if you commit this
Yes,
unforgivable
this is
crime,
Supreme Court of the
you will
United
sent to
States at
jail
1st Street
forever for
Northeast,
committing that serious crime. Or even worse, facing a death penalty. And
East
because you
Capitol
destroyed
Street
further
Northeast, and
the
2nd
bomb
Street
attack
Northeast.
and killed almost all people, you must pay $450 billion for that serious crimes that you committed. But in other words, here's what the answer is about your unforgivable behavior.
She must be guilty for what she did just now, and we've been tricked by believing she was killed during the bombing attack of 4th of July in the park, but I guess we were extremely wrong this entire time. So she must be guilty for that.
I can't believe our psychopath daughter had killed almost all people and destroyed the 4th of July so insanely. And there's no way she could be innocent for that. She must be guilty for her serious crime.
Yeah, I agreed with my mom and dad says. Pick her as a guilty, because what she did was very unforgivable
Honestly,
and
she'd
unacceptable.
never be innocent at all. I should state that she must be guilty for her serious
And
crimes.
Stephanie was guilty here in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area.
Yeah, I agree. Pick her as a guilty.
Me too. Pick her as a guilty for her murder action.
Okay, Stephanie, since everyone stated that you are a guilty, this means you will get a serious consequences about this.
Stephanie, you should know according to rule number 45
It's not,
of the Go
it's
City,
not jail,
bombing,
but this is
attacking,
at
and
Supreme
almost
Court.
kill all people will confirm that you are doing the genocide stuff. And this also can send you to the jail forever for commit that serious crime. Or even worse, facing a death penalty. This means you will sent to jail for 5 days. And after 5 days, you will get executed by sent to hell through a portal machine. Officers, take this young woman to the jail immediately. And by the way, the court's subject today ends right here. All of you may free to go.
Now get in that cell.
This is at the Alexandria Detention
You
Center.
will be stay in jail for 5 days, and after 5 days, you will send to hell through a portal machine as for your execution. I hope you had a lot of tortures in hell, and there will be no bed, no blanket, no toilet, no TV, no radio, no phone, no video games, no pillow, no shower, and more. And if you dare attempt to escape from the jail, you will get executed without waiting it for 5 days. And you have some visitors who wants to talk with you.
Incoming loud volume.
Hey Dad, Mom, and Natalie.
This is a
I
DC
guess
Central
there's
Detention
nothing wrong
Facility.
today, right?
But in other words, we heard you will get executed by go to hell through a portal machine after 5 days. Well, we're glad you're going to send to hell, because this will teach you a lesson for bombing attack of 4th of the July in the park. I hope you had a bad time to have a lot of tortures in hell.
So you'd have to wait for your death time after 5 days. Now goodbye, you crazy son of a gun piece of shoot.
Holy crap. I don't want to send to hell after what I did just now. This is going to be worst moment ever in my life. Why am I doing this and end up like this? I wouldn't get end up like this if I didn't bomb attack of 4th of July. Why
an administrative message from the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, the United States government, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Stephanie Gavin, who caused a big massive destruction by bombing attack at the park along with the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, that it's caused major damage after stolen a helicopter after he stole the gun, stopped the bombing attack at the bomb rockets at GNDFFL, and stole the helicopter around Washington, D.C. South Capitol Street Heliport LLC that attacked the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area has now been arrested. She has been taken to the Supreme Court of Washington, D.C. She is being taken to the Supreme Court of the United States and then faces 5 days in jail. She faces 5 days of jail cell located at the D.C. Central Detention Facility at 1901 D Street Southeast in Washington, D.C. She will be facing a execution by sending to hell through the portal. Due to this situation, the danger to the D.C. metropolitan area of a bombing attack of World War III is over, and residents may return to their homes immediately. Please be aware there's currently massive damage that caused by Stephanie here in the Washington, D.C. in the park. In addition, the other three people of the parents of Stephanie parents has now identified. First person is Diesel. That is her dad's parents. That's her Stephanie's dad he's a white male with black hair and black eyes. He was last seen in a white sweatshirt with gray shirt, black pants, white shoes. And second of the person is Allison, Stephanie's mom. He's a white female with brown alternate hair and black eyes. She was last seen wearing a red shorts that is getting hot outside, blue shorts, long white socks, and black shoes. Third and final person is Natalie, Stephanie's sister. She is another white female with blonde hair and black eyes. She was last seen wearing a pink shirt with blue sweatshirts and pink shirts and green shorts, long white socks as well, blue shoes, pink headband, and also she has a blue bow on top of her head. Due to this situation, the danger is now over, and residents may exit your shelters immediately. Repeat, please be aware there's massive damage here to the damaged area. Due to this, the danger to the DC Metro is over. The Washington DC Metropolitan Police Department, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the United States government would like to thank you for your cooperation during this emergency. That has been the worst attack on the 4th. This is the worst 4th of July attack, like from World War III, back in World War II, here in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. It is currently will strongly rise up here, and we will rebuild Washington, D.C. Park and the D.C. Metro back to normal. God bless America. This is the end of the EAS, but however, not yet. There's only one more scene. Do not click off this video. There's only one more scene. 5 days later, passed by, July 9, 2025. The man of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, the portal.
Please, don't push me to that portal to the hell.
That portal is located to the hell.
July in the park. I promise I will never do this again if you accept my apology. Please, I beg you.
Well, if you didn't bomb attack of the 4th of July in the park, then these consequences will never happen to you. So get ready for yourself to have a lot of tortures in hell.
Portal closed.
Well, I'm so doomed right now and I will get killed in hell. Goodbye everyone, including my friends, Dora, Caillou, Satari, Clyde, and Little Bill.
This is at hell. That big man is very so strong from hell. Incoming blood out. Incoming blood out. All good things come to an end. Let's go back to the news. Good morning, good afternoon here from Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. This is NBC Channel 4, Washington, D.C. 24/7 news serving the greater Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Right now, we have receiving some words out of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department along with the D.C. residents, and including Alexandria and Arlington, Virginia, and residents in Maryland, saying that Stephanie has finally got killed in hell after the man police of the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department sent to hell by using a portal that the police pushed her into the hell on the portal. That made the red man here at the hell being killed by some sharp objects. Due to this situation, the threat of the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area is now over, because this is the worst attack here in this history, because like this one from World War III, but not here in this real life. This is the worst attack here that we just saw here. Due to this situation, we will rise up here from the DC area. We will rebuild back to normal. God bless America. We have no reporter live here from the DC area because of the attack. Live here, you see the attack and we have a live here from the damage report of the DC area. How much damage are there? I'm currently on the helicopter in the Washington D.C. Metroplex here you can see right here right inside our helicopter. There's currently massive damage in the park, but the monument got blocked here by the rubble or debris because of the attack in the D.C. area. The Washington Monument is not even damaged here. The Washington Monument completely destroyed because of the bombing attack that impacted the Washington Monument and collapsed to the ground, including some other landmarks here in the DC area. But not the other not other landmarks that attacked, like Lincoln Memorial, the Capitol, and the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History, and more. But they are preparing to, and then this will take years to rebuild this Washington D.C. nations back to normal. We have a president here, live here. We have a president here. President of Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Can you tell what is the damage right there? Well, Donald Trump and Joe Biden's there. So you can see the damage We like live here from DC. Stephanie Gavin causes more damage here at the bombing attack in the DC in World War III, but now she's finally sent to the Supreme Court of the United States to the DC detention center facility, and then she's sent to hell by using a portal from the DC Metropolitan Police by pushing her into the portal that killed her by the Red Man. But however, the remaining is the damage of the debris along with the rubble that caused by Stephanie in the DC metropolitan area. I don't know how did this happen here in the DC? That should have been a worst one here. Due to this situation, Bison here will live here at the DC area. We'll be reporting a president speech here soon after this EAS scenario ended. So yeah. Anyways, thank you, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Back over to you. Thank you. So apparently, we will rise up here. 4th of July attack never happened here on this bombing attack special holiday here on the 4th of July. Never happened here on this World War III. That's why. It is why what happened here. This is so different that's even not happening in World War III in a real life. I don't know how does this happen in Go Animate, but in the DC area. But anyways, it's already noon. It's 12:02 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So anyways, but the threat for the DC area is over and Stephanie has finally been killed in hell. So, we will rebuild Washington DC back to normal. Thank you for watching. Right there. This is NBC for Washington DC, Maryland, Virginia. We will rise up and our country nation cheer. Because of Washington DC has been fallen because of the attack by Stephanie. But now it's finally over. We will rebuild back these landmarks and parks back to normal in the next few years. Happy 4th of July, everyone. God bless America. We will rise up again. Epilogue. The attack of the bombing attack of 4th of July that's more severe, like that one is against that is like the World War III that is happening in real life, but it's something different. I don't know how did this happen here in real life? But how did this happen? What is happening here? So yeah, anyways. As a result, the final injury report is 450 people injured, or 450 people killed, with about 575 people being injured, and then 765 people survived the impact of the World War III bombing attack by the individual girl Stephanie Gavin. Because of that, it is over here. That's the final death toll here in this bombing attack of Washington D.C. So yeah, this is the capital of the United States nations here in this area, in the city of Washington D.C. So, and how did this happen here? People has questions. Why did Stephanie plan to use the bomb rockets to bombing attack the Washington D.C. metropolitan area? Why did she do that? And why did she manage to steal the helicopter and stolen the bomb rockets from the GNDFFL and then the helicopter from the Washington D.C. South Capitol Street Heliport LLC. Why did she do that? And then and as a result for the question, there's no answer that we just saw. But anyways, because of that, it is like the worst attack in history, like the ones from the Black Hawk helicopter and the American Airlines Eagle flight Potomac River air collision back in January 2025. So yeah, That is a different event here on this worst day here in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, in the greater D.C. area. Anyways, thank you for watching a big EAS Mega Scenario 4th of July Independence Day special. Stephanie bombing attack Washington, D.C. on 4th of July. This is a big EAS Mega Scenario special because this is a holiday special. So thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. This is a long 1.5 hour video of this EAS Mega Scenario. That is very long. And thank you for watching of this big special. That will take like multiple hours to upload to the video. Sorry about that. Thank you for watching, and this is Gabe the Domino Wiz Team, Gabriel Joladoni, signing off. And thank you to my channel being significantly increased to over 7,150 subscribers. This is very more significant. Wow, I got even more subscribers on my channel. So over 7,150 subscribers. I felt happy about that by watching their shorts and videos that they like and comment. So anyways, again, thank you for watching of this EAS Mega Scenario special, 4th of July special. And have a great happy 4th of July. Happy birthday, United States of America. God bless America. This is me, Gabe the Dominant Wiz Team, Gabriel Joladoni, signing out. Again, happy Independence Day / 4th of July. And see you next time on this next EAS scenario. Enjoy some fireworks tonight. God bless America.